There it is. 2021 Can-Am Defender Crew Next limited edition. This is the new UTV Source build. Alright, so this is the Defender Limited Edition HD10 Crew Max Can-Am. We asked, you guys said you wanted to build one, so we're gonna build one. But before we get to that, I wanna go over this, because this is really foreign to me. I'm used to fast cars, big bumps, jumps, you know, desert stuff and dune stuff. So getting a limited edition crew cab is, well, I never thought that'd be something I'd be building, really. But I'm super excited about it. I actually got to go out to the Mud Nationals, the 2021 High Lifter Mud Nationals event in Arkansas. And dude, my mind was blown, insane. So I'm super excited. I know what these can do. Typically it's a ranch style, work style vehicle, side by side, bike, whatever you want to call it. I call it a UTV. But I hope it's more than that, right? So I've got a lot of things in my head of what I want to do to this. But before we get there, let's walk around. Let's take a look at it together. Let's point out some cool things. Let's point out the creature comforts, basically, that are wrapped up in this model. One of those is air conditioning, heat, power windows, a flip out front windshield. You can lock the doors. It still has the work tip bed, so if you have a load of firewood or whatnot and you're at camp, you can just dump stuff. You know, it's an interesting look. It's pretty cool, you know. It looks okay. I'm not an okay guy, so you know it's gonna get built. But let's look inside. Okay, so normally when I'm getting in a UTV or side by side, you just open the door. You have to put your hand in and unlock it and kind of crawl into it and get situated. This is not like that, right? It has real doors. And not only are they like real doors, the molds that they've done on these doors is pretty much next level. It's just like a car, really, or truck. You've got your weather seal here for dust and the elements. You've got your side window, your front window. This is your door handle on the inside. Power windows. Driver power window, passenger power window. Down here you have a nice little area for, I don't know, your wallet, your glasses, your keys, whatnot. You got your pull door shut. Bro. You hear that? You don't hear anything. It's a sealed cockpit. Like, really sealed cockpit. It's insane. I mean, to me it's next level because I'm not used to this. I've ridden in one in Arkansas. It was rad. I had a blast. A little bit slower paced, but I laughed like a little girl. So a couple other really neat features of this HD10 Defender. It has air conditioning right there. Check it out. It's on low right now. It's the lowest setting. It actually gets really cold. You can see the digital display on there. Set at 57. You can turn the heater on up to 80. You can shut it off if you don't want it on. It has air conditioning. Like, serious? And a heater? Oh my gosh. But that's not it, right? That's not it. Sealed cab, air conditioning, heat. Windshield wiper. So you guys may be going like, this guy's like, he doesn't know this stuff. I know this stuff, but I'm not used to this, right? I've had power wipers on a side-by-side or a bike, but I've had to have them put in, and it was expensive. And it was on my Can-Am. So, and it didn't work like a factory stuff. Factory stuff is always legit when you can get stuff like that in your UTV from the factory with no mods. Granted, there are windshield wiper kits out there, but they're kind of cage specific and you still have to cut things up. So to have it already installed is pretty next level. I mean, I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about the air conditioning and the heat. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm out in Arizona. It's gonna get 118 out here. So I'm pretty excited that I have a unit that I can take out this entire summer and turn the AC on. This is cool too. Are you kidding me? OEM glass tip out window with 2 hydraulic little struts. Bro. Power windows. You know. Why not? I did take it on a drive, just around the block so far. It's extremely quiet. It's a lot of fun too. I had my wife in here. I had our little baby girl. It was her first ride in a UTV, and she loved it. Seats 6. 6 people. Are you kidding me? Like, that's a lot of people, you know? It's pretty dope. Take a look at this. This is the dash, right? You got your instrument, you got fuel right here. Miles, 4.6. Your little seatbelt display, your miles per hour, what gear you're in, max speed. I've gone 29 miles an hour so far. You've got your oil light, battery light, information light, neutral light, temps, lights. It has a display in here for blinkers as well. Fuel, check engine light. It's I'm just, you know, that's a lot. It's just like a car. You've got tilt wheel. Tilt it up and down. Your shifter's up here on the dash, where, you know, in a UTV or side-by-side, it's typically down here, in between you. Well, it's up in the dash. It's got 4-wheel drive, right here. Rear diff lock. You've got all your functions in here for your display, your menu, your drive mode, your trip. This is your OK function to scroll through. Your keys. On the left-hand side, you've got your lights. Regular lights, high beams. This is your winch. What? This comes with a winch from the factory. Like, how cool is that? The doors open suicide. This thing is really easy to get into. And it's comfortable. It really is comfortable. The seats, I don't know exactly what it's made out of. It almost feels like a neoprene, like a wetsuit style material, and like a Tempur-Pedic form-fitted back cushion and butt cushion. It's really comfortable. Like it legit is really comfortable in here. Got a jump seat for the center, and it folds down for some items in here. Your cup holders right here. Really well thought out. You got more cup holders here, down in the center by your feet. Whoa, there's so many goodies on this thing. Now, I'm a little thrown back on this. I don't really understand this. I think it's cool. This is your glove box, right? So it's got all your stuff in there. A little bit of room. It's not a lot of room for a glove box. It's about, I don't know, 5 inches tall, maybe 12 inches long, tapers down. It locks, but it's also got a handle. So maybe you put your tools in there? I don't really know, but it leaves this great space right here in the dash if you take it out. And I already have some ideas for this, but you know, more on that later. From the factory, you can see up here, it's ready for a stereo system. You can see the outline, the drill your holes, install your own piece. It has 2 auxiliary switches here, if need. It has speaker outlines here to install speakers overhead. It has a dome light. And it's really bright. Lots of there's a lot of room in here for your head. So I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. And I would say I have, God, I'm short. I'd say I have pretty close to a foot for my headroom, right? So the seats don't adjust in here. They're stationary. So you can't slide them forward. You can't slide them back. You can't go up and down. You can't tilt back. But the seating position itself is very, very, very comfortable. On the pedals as well, it's well positioned. All in all, it's like the cabin up front for a driver. Spot on. Great viewing area. It's got a huge windshield. Great side windows. I haven't sat in the back, so let's get in the back. So the back door is the same, right? You got your lockable door here. Nice pull handle. It's about, I don't know, I'd call that close to 4 inches thick. Weather seal again. Your door handle here in the back seat. Your grab handle to close the door. Again, you have another pocket in here for, I don't know, your phone, your wallet, some fun stuff. The window is not a power window. It is like a pull style. So that's a little weird. It'd be cool if it had power windows, but the design of the door will not allow a window that tall or that wide to go into the door itself. The way that the shape of the door is, if you can see that, there's no way you can get that to roll down. So the back seat, tons of legroom. There really is a lot of legroom down there. Easy to get in. It's very comfortable. You got a grab bar here where you're getting crazy. There's not much back here. I'm just being honest. You can grab the door pull, shut the door. You can see the leg room I have. I've got plenty of room as far as the knee to hitting that. Again, I have massive headroom back here. The seats are form fit again. Got this headrest thing, which personally I think could be done a little bit better, but it is what it is. The split seat folds down. Got more cup holders down here. Another pocket for some goodies, your wallet, sunglasses, whatnot. Folds up. It's got the same material. It's actually, the seats, I can't tell you how comfortable the seats are. So this I'm standing up in the back right now. That's actually pretty tall. All in all, it's pretty legit on the inside. Pretty easy to open the door. Suicide style. Inside's a hit. It's legit. It's got everything you need. Air conditioning, heat, power windows, tip out front windshield, 4-wheel drive, with a winch, sealed cab. Let's take a look at the outside. Let's see what we can see. So at first glance, it looks like a work vehicle. Like it really does. It looks like it belongs on a ranch or at your lake house or on your property to run the mail or errands and stuff in. It's got great looking headlights. The design's really clean. I like it. Ours is in a blue, obviously. Comes with this front bumper and winch system. Little itty bitty tires. So these are Bighorn 2.0 Maxxis tires from the factory. They are 27-inch on 14s. That's a really, to me, that's an uncommon size wheel, a very small tire. Has coilovers up front. Adjustable ride height. Right now it's on the lowest setting, so it has adjustable settings all the way around the, I guess you'd call it the, I'm gonna call it the spring cup or adjuster on the coil. The shock itself is, I don't know, very generic, right? It's like a gas strut, if you will, style shock with a progressive coil on it. It's got a tack weld on it here. It's not welded all the way around on the eyelet. So, you know, it's a very generic coil. It is what it is. It does have a sway bar that runs through. It's a very small sway bar, that too. You know, nothing crazy. Nice A-arms. They're done well. There's 4-wheel drive, disc brakes. Lots of black on the doors. They are on like a barrel style hinge. So to me, it looks like, yeah, you just pop the C-clip off right here and you pull your door up and off if you don't want the doors on. Pretty neat. Gas is on the passenger side right there. Come around to the back, you know, you still have the same size tire or the same size wheel, a little bit bigger tire, a little fatter on the rear, kind of like what you would get on a quad, you know, skinnies up front, fatties in the rear, a much larger sway bar in the back. Like this is substantially big sway bar for a side-by-side. Very long sway bar end link, kind of dainty. You go from something this big to something that small. Again, you've got the gas coil shock with the adjuster on the back for ride height. It's kind of like a J-arm rear end. So you have your lower A-arm and then your upper A-arm is like more J-armed around the shock. Disc brakes. It's got a hitch from the factory. The material thickness on everything is pretty good considering, you know, if you look at a Sportline UTV, they're actually thinner walled and this is thicker. So this actually has a pretty good payload on it too. So speaking of payload, it's got a truck bed. And this looks like clips for the factory BRP quick release systems all the way around the bed, which is pretty neat. A lot of cargo space. Functioning tailgate. Pretty cool. So it says 250 pounds max payload in the bed. So I'm sure it'll take a lot more than that. It's got your tie down hooks just like a truck would have in the bed. Nice rear lights actually. Big back window. Big back window. That's a big piece of glass right there. The roof is plastic as well. It's nothing fancy. It's just a plastic roof. One of the cool things I do dig about this is it does have a truck bed, so that's gonna be new. Right here. Lifts right up. Allows you complete access to the engine, which is all stock. It's a huge muffler. Oh my God. Oh man, that's a big muffler. This is really quiet though, so that's really neat. You've got your air intakes here, right to the belt. Belt's right there. Windshield wiper fluid. So we just got this. It's empty. It was probably delivered that way for a reason. You got your coolant bottle. All in all, it's pretty easy access to get to anything in there. Changing the belt may suck. Just my opinion, because I'm used to having this completely exposed here. Closing the bed, it takes some force. It really does take some force. You can see the center strut there holding the weight up. It looks like it's on a quick release also, so it can be removed. So it looks like the bed can come off with 4 bolts and a quick release pin off that gas strut. Locks down, pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's right. This is designed or intended for heavy duty work, right? This is your ranch style / workhorse side by side. It's got air conditioning, it's got power windows, it's got heat, flip out front windshield, windshield wipers with a spray. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got a locking rear diff. Little shocks, little wheels, little tires. Creature comforts and a side-by-side. That's pretty rad. There's a lot to be said about that. If you haven't ridden in the desert or the mud, it's kind of nice to keep the elements off you. Again, it's gonna be 118 here where I live, and I have something that I get to play in right now. So, all in all, yeah, I think it's a bitchin' little unit, right? Seat 6 people, out of the elements. Totally different than what I'm used to. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. I have a lot of plans for this, a lot of plans. We're gonna blow your mind on what we're gonna do to this building. We'll get to that later, but for now, this is the 2021 HD10 Can-Am Defender Limited Edition Crew Max. Stock for now. So, I hope you guys continue to follow us at UTV Source on the Instagram page and subscribe to our email list. A lot of cool things happen on that email. You should get in on that. Continue to follow us on our stories. Lots of stuff happening there. We've got Darren Parsons in the 2021 XP Pro UTV Source car. We've got Jeremy Heedley out and about at events as well now. Myself, Rick, the HD10 build that's gonna happen. Lots going on. So continue to follow us on our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, comment. Stay involved on our stories. Get active on the Instagram with us. Submit us your rides. We love tagging people back. Excited to get going on this, but before we get going and tearing into it, I'm gonna take this thing out on a ride. And it's not gonna be a gentle ride. I'm gonna go beat on it in stock form and hopefully make some right choices when we go to build this with some cool parts. So, hope you guys stay tuned in and let's have some fun.